going on, guys? Welcome back to another Elestrals video, another Moonrise reaction video, technically speaking, Moonrise reaction, as we'll talk about that. Today's reveal was what we all kind of expected. This is the first day of the Elestrals Clash Kickstarter. Now, as I said yesterday, I was uploading this very, very late because I had work very, very long. I am currently recording this at 8:18. Very late. I have already seen this video. I do want to mention that. I watched it right before my shift started because I want to know what each tier was, because I backed it right before my shift started. So I wanted some info, I wanted some info, as to what exactly each tier was. So that was sort of the idea I went with. So I have already watched this entire video. I've already backed the project. If you have not backed this project, and you have the means to do so, please back it. I will leave a link in the comments and in the description for you to go ahead and back it. We have already hit our goal of $250,000. If it was 250 million, oh my goodness. $250,000. Last I checked, we were at 265. But we have a bunch of stretch goals. So there's one final stretch goal at 1 million that I'm really hoping we can hit. At the very end of the day, though, I want us to at least get to 750,000. Reason being, that is the goal. That 750,000 is the goal that gives us the game on Switch, which to me is important because I would like to play it wherever I want without having to drain my phone's battery. So that's sort of the idea I have. There's a couple of other stretch goals. We don't know every single one of them yet, but there are like silhouettes of some of them, so you can get kind of an idea. I do also want to mention, we are not going to be watching this entire video because most of it is just talking about the Kickstarter. And if you guys want to learn more about the Kickstarter, go watch this video yourself because there is a lot of information in this video. I am going to be skipping through. We're going to watch the trailer for Clash, which is a sick trailer. And then we're also going to be talking about some new stuff that was slightly teased in the trailer. There were some new cards that we have yet to see before, teased in the trailer. So we're going to talk about that. So let's get into the actual video.
The Elestrals Clash Kickstarter is officially live, and in this video, I'm going to break down all of our incredible tiers and everything you can get from backing our new digital client. Take a look at our trailer, and then we're going to break it all down.
Prepare to enter the Digital Coliseum with Elestrals Clash.
What I'm gonna do, I'm not going to talk about, you can clearly see there's a couple of new stuff right here on screen that we've yet to see before, already appearing. I'm not gonna talk about that yet. We are going to wait until the end. We're gonna basically watch the entire, trailer. I'll give my thoughts on some stuff as we go on through, and then we'll start to talk about some of the new cards that we're seeing up here.
Build your perfect strategy with every card in the game, all available for free. Unlock exclusive game rewards and stunning cosmetics as you progress through the Clash Pass. Test your wit by completing game challenges to unlock even more exciting rewards. Purchase cosmetics and card art variants with gameplay coins, or try your luck opening Pandora's box. Who knows what treasures you'll find. Experience heart-pounding excitement where strategy meets breathtaking spectacle. Watch your Elestrals clash in stunning 3D environments, unleashing abilities with jaw-dropping visual effects. Connect with friends, join tournaments, climb the leaderboards, and become part of a thriving global community of Elestrals caster enthusiasts.
My name is Dan, and I'm the creator and CEO of Elestrals. I've been building communities for over a decade across many social websites. We did this once before, bringing our historic $1.5 million Kickstarter to life. To continue our journey this time, we partnered with the brilliant team behind Pixelborn, an experienced group with a proven track record for producing digital TCG clients. Together, we've poured our hearts into crafting a game that captures the essence and magic of Elestrals while pushing the limits of digital card gaming. But we need your help to bring Elestrals Clash to life. By backing our Kickstarter, you'll secure your place in the digital Coliseum and help shape the game's future. Choose from a variety of backer tiers, unlock in-game content, get early access, receive physical products, and even design your own Elestral.
Start your adventure today and back our project now to prepare for a new era of elemental clashes. Elestrals Clash, Clash for victory, ascend to immortality. Back us on Kickstarter today.
So that is the entire trailer. We're gonna back up though, because there was a ton of stuff that got revealed in here. Very first thing I want to point out.
take a look at our trailer, and then we're gonna break it all down.
Prepare to enter the digital.
This board, man, look at this board. Okay, so a couple of things I do want to say about this board. So if we actually scroll down here, we will say, where is it? Did it get deleted? Did it actually get deleted? Oh, the comment may have gotten deleted. That's strange. So the comment that I saw, yeah, I'm still not seeing it. That's kind of strange. The comment that I was seeing, somebody was saying how this looks uncannily similar to Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. And to be entirely honest, I see the resemblance. However, I do want to mention a couple of things. First things first, you can't really see it, but there at the bottom right, it says game footage not final. This is not the final version of what this board is going to look like. This is subject to change. This is just currently a very small window of basically what we have. So that's that. However, you can't deny that this is very, very similar to what Master Duel looks like. Obviously, you have there on the left side the spirit counts. The decks are kind of like aligned very, very similarly. The camera panning is it looks very similar to the way Master Duel does it. And I can't help but notice how the Underworld, the Ash Rabbit's currently blocking it. Let's play this
with Elestrals Clash.
So you can see they are just basically black holes. That's the exact same thing as Master Duel. And you have that little like phase button there on the right side. That's exactly Master Duel. The placements of the mates is exactly like it is in Master Duel. So there's a lot of like similarities to this in Master Duel. Now, I do want to point out, I don't necessarily think that's a bad thing because obviously gameplay-wise, Elestrals takes a ton of inspiration from Yu-Gi-Oh! Which is one of the reasons why I feel like a lot of this can be similar. For example, I think the board is fine. Like, the board is absolutely fine because both games have zones. You can't copyright zones or anything like that. But there are some differences I also want to point out. Like, there are a ton of what am I saying? There are a ton of differences that you can see. Obviously, the health is not being tracked by... it's not being tracked next to the players' names. It's being tracked just right there on the left side. It's always visible just right there on the left side. It's like it's a part of the battlefield. And it also gives you, it looks like there on the left side, like you can see next to the 19 that's right above the Ash Rabbit, that's the spirit count of the player on top. And next to it, there is a solar icon, which leads me to believe that means this player is playing a solar deck. Now, I don't know how that's going to really work in-game because you might be able to choose what that is before you get in, and I don't know how that's going to like function in terms of like decks that aren't a primary element. I'm not entirely certain how that's going to work. It might just take like the element that you have the most of in your spirit deck. That I feel like is kind of bad because then your opponent gets to know a little bit of information about your deck that should be secret. I'm not entirely certain what those symbols realistically mean or how you can change them or anything like that. That's beside the point, though. The point here is that this does look a lot like Master Duel. And as a result, could this potentially get copyrighted? Get like basically, can there be a cease and desist order basically sent by Konami to this game? Right now, no. I think it's obviously right now, the game's not even out. It says here, game footage not final. As long as some of this gets changed, then I think that it's fine. And obviously, until maybe like the full game launches, I don't even think you can really like do it in alpha or beta. I think just if the full game launches and it still looks like this, then maybe you can make an argument. But I do think a lot of this will change. I think the Underworld being like the dark hole, the black holes, I think that's kind of like very reminiscent and clearly a ripoff of Master Duel. That being said, there's obviously going to be a lot of similarities. I think the phase button could also be changed. Maybe just make it so basically you can click on which phase you want to go to right there in the middle line rather than it being a button right there on the left side, on the right side. I don't really know but I do think some of this does need to be a little bit adjusted. I do want to point out. So for that being said, that's fine. Again, it's very early. There's a lot that could change. So, without further ado, let's get into the actual game itself rather than talk about legal stuff, okay? So, already we're seeing a bunch of new cards here on screen that we have technically yet to see before. Here at the bottom, you can see there is an Ambrosia, a Voldusk, a Havocup, a Lunar Phase, and technically an Astrabbit in hand. They're just about to play the Astrabbit. Also, can I point out, am I going crazy or do they play the Astrabbit and attack? Okay, no, they play, oh wait, I see that. Oh, I didn't even notice that's how you could tell. That can be a little confusing, I guess. Obviously, again, all this is subject to change. The thing that I'm confused about was, can you put, how do you see if you put it in attack or defense? It's whichever stat is highlighted is the position that it's in. So that explains that. However, that's beside the point. Let's talk about some of these new cards, because every single card in the bottom player's hand is actually brand new. Every single one. You might be looking at that Ambrosia and being like, "That's not new." Guys, that is a full art Ambrosia. We have yet to see that. Full art Ambrosia. Would you look at that? Another thing I do want to mention now is right here.
Prepare to enter the
They actually
Take a
go
look at our trailer,
through,
and then we're gonna break it all down.
Prepare
they
to
go
enter
through the cards. So like you can actually see what each of these cards do. So we can actually talk about some of these. Let's do that. So Lunar Phase Full Moon is a 1-cost counter rune, lunar counter rune that says enchant up to 2 lunar to an Elestral on your field. When this lunar phase is discarded by another lunar phase, you can foretell 3. Interesting. So I do want to mention one thing. I said I've watched this video. I intentionally skipped over any new cards. I intentionally did not read any new cards because I wanted my honest reactions for this video. That is interesting. That is very, very interesting. How good is that? We have to kind of see what a bunch of other cards do, I feel like, in order for us to get like a good grasp as to how good this is. It seems good though, I will say. This does seem like pretty good. It's also a very interesting card, and it also tells me how they are not keeping Foretell to just Solar. Solar is not going to be the only deck that can Foretell. Now Lunar can Foretell, so that's pretty interesting. But the first effect, enchants up to 2 to an Elestral on your field. So the issue I have with that effect, that is very costly. You're paying 1 to cast this lunar phase, and then you're enchanting at minimum 1. So you're paying at least 2 to do currently nothing. There's got to be a card that synergizes this. Absolutely, there's a card that synergizes this. It's probably the Voldusk, if I'm being entirely honest. So we'll get into that. It's hard to really... So the issue with me evaluating like this card right here is that I can't really evaluate it because I don't know what any of the other lunar phases do. And I don't know what this card is exactly supposed to synergize with. As of right now, it seems fine. It might be crazy. It might be terrible. I'm not certain. Let's take a look at some of these other new cards. Oh, crap. No, just past that. Ignore this. We're good. So Havocup, a 4/3 1-cost lunar. This Havocup's position cannot be changed by opponent's card effects. Also, I'm noticing this right now. I tried to move the cursor that is right there on the Havocup away. That's not my cursor. That just made it into the trailer. So that's kind of funny. But yeah, so this Havocup's position cannot be changed by opponent's card effects. I don't hate it, but currently I'm not really seeing how this can be very good. Obviously, yes, this is a way to counter Tsunami and Altar of Stars, which currently are some of the best counter runes in the game. Altar of Stars more specifically, and a lot of Nexus decks, is just absolutely insane. So the fact that this card cannot be changed, the fact that you can't just Altar of Stars target the Havocup is honestly not bad. And for a 4 attacker, it's not a bad card. It's a unique effect, which I find funny. Not find funny, I find very cool. I think it's a really interesting effect. It has potential. I'm not entirely certain exactly how good it is. What's also interesting is that this card's immune to Eddie. So like, for example, with this card having 3 defense, your opponent would have been able to like go Eddie, change the Havoc Cup to defense, and attack over it. They can't do that. If they want to deal with the Havoc Cup with the Eddie, they have to crash. So that's honestly not terrible. It's immune to it's immune to Eddie. It's immune to some forms of removal, I guess, in sense of like Eddie, Alter Stars to a certain extent, Tsunami to a certain extent. It's immune to those sort of effects. So honestly, I don't hate it. I don't hate it. I think it has a lot of potential. I don't know how exactly good it is. It will probably be played in Lunar. I highly doubt this card will see play outside of Lunar. Certainly, it should see play inside Lunar, though, I think. Let's move on to another new card. Assuming they don't show it. They don't show it. Can we get like a quick, like, we can kind of see it. So the Voldusk here looks like it says, when you cast Lunar Phase something, draw a card or return Lunar from your Underworld to your Spirit deck. This effect can be activated something. Okay, so it seems to be Voldusk seems to be the card that synergizes with the Lunar Phases, as we kind of expected. Voldusk, I can't read it, obviously, fully. It seems to be when you cast a Lunar Phase, or when you cast a specific Lunar Phase, you draw a card or heal. And this effect can be activated some amount of times per turn. I assume that's what that's saying. If that is how this card works, it honestly doesn't seem terrible. The fact that you do get to draw a card is honestly pretty good. And the fact that it not only can it draw, it can also heal you, that's actually pretty good. I can't see its defense point, which is kind of upsetting, but I think this is actually a pretty decent card, if I'm being entirely honest. I'm really excited to see how this Lunar Phase deck actually functions, so I'm actually really, really excited to get some more information about it. The other thing I want to mention, here on the field, Armadon. This is a brand new card, and we don't even know its effect. We don't know its effect. We just see the cute little armadillo. Is it an armadillo? Is that what the armadillo? Are those the guys that have like the... God, I'm so bad. Forgive me, guys. I don't know. I don't know my animals. I know cat, dog, bird, rabbit, stuff like that. You know, I don't. But I do want to point out, this is a 1-cost, 6 defense Celestial. Now, I don't know if that effect is... I don't know if this card has an effect that's buffing it to 6. I don't think so, because later on in the trailer, you're going to see, like, a card that... you're going to see a Lunar card on field. I think it was Volclips, actually. Well, a Temple of the Moon's on board, and the Volclips has green stats, which I assume means its stats have gone up. So I think this is just a base 1/6. A new solar card. I have no idea what this does because obviously we can't read the effect. This seems interesting though. The fact that it's a 6 defender, that could be kind of scary. So we'll see what the effect is when it inevitably gets revealed.
Digital
let's move on a little bit more because there
Clash.
were a couple more new cards that we got that got slightly
Build
revealed.
your perfect strategy with every card in the game, all available through the Clash
Move
Wars.
on a
Your
little bit.
strategy meets unleashing abilities
Was
with
it here?
Watch your Elestrals clash in stunning 3D environments.
Yeah, so right here you can see the Volclips is attacking over the Celestleo. The Volclips has 14 attack. And you can clearly see that the Volclips' attack is green. And I'm assuming it's green because it's supposed to be 11, but it's enchanted by 3 Lunars. Therefore, the Temple of the Moon is buffing it by 3 attack. Which, as you can see there in the left side of the field. Also, I really like how it's just one zone for the Stadium Ring. I think that's really, really cool. We also see a couple of other cards here in the hand. The Werepup, which we've already actually seen. The Werepup got revealed to us in the leaks. In the leaks that came out. We know its effect. I don't remember its effect off the top of my head. I think it searches a Lunar Phase or something on cast. But we do see that. And Volumbra. We don't know what Volumbra is, and we can't even read it. So we're
Unleashing abilities with...
I can't even see it. I think that Volumbra is, though, the middle ascension of Voldusk, Volclips. I think it goes Voldusk, Volumbra, Volclips. I think that's how it's going to work because you can kind of see its ears there, right down there. So I think that's kind of the idea.
Jaw-dropping
However, that's
visual
still not
effects.
it, because if we move
Connect
on,
with friends, join tournaments, climb the
This is really
leaderboards,
cool.
and become part of a thriving global community.
this is really cool. However, I do want to point out, how on earth are you going to have Wirtz on here and you're not going to have his icon be Drataya? How are you going to have it be Shield? How on earth are you going to do that? Come on, man.
Enthusiasts.
My name is Dan, and I'm the creator and CEO.
And Dan's
We
here,
did this once
obviously,
before.
giving the stuff.
Time producing
Good
Dips
stuff.
and magic of Elestrals while pushing
There's
the
that. There's a little bit
like your
more.
Kickstarter for variety and even design your own Elestrals.
So it's right
Start
here.
your adventure today
here?
and back our project.
Yeah, right
now.
here. So this is the other one. So first things first, we actually see the full-on card art of the Artemis. I think that's really, really cool. We see the full card art of the Pasta Moose. I think that's also very, very cool. However, 2 new cards appear on here. One of them is right here at the bottom, Bow of Artemis. That makes sense. You know, that makes sense. Bow of Artemis being the artifact rune. I also really like the effect of the artifact runes as to like what it's equipped to. I think that's actually really, really cool. It's that little like rainbow lightning-ish effect coming out of them and connecting it to the Pasta Moose. I think that's really, really cool. But also in the opponent's field, Magnaros, a Thunder Nexus form of Aepharos, makes an appearance. That is kind of interesting. I'm not going to lie. I was not expecting that. And this is the new Nexus card of Thunder that is replacing Sparkit. What does it do? We'll see. If it has the exact same effect as... if it does have the exact same effect as Aepharos, honestly, this could be very, very good. Because, for anyone who does not know, Aepharos has the effect to Nexus 2 Water. And for each spirit a card receives this way, you draw a card. So, for example, if you Nexus 1, you draw 1. If you Nexus 2, then you draw 2. If this has the exact same effect, but for Thunders, you can Nexus both of those cards, both of those spirits, onto an Astrabbit, draw 2, and activate Astrabbit. So if that is what Magnaros is, Thunder could just be the advantage engine. Which is honestly pretty interesting. I think that actually does have a lot
Now to
going
prepare for
it.
a new era.
There's nothing new here. With the Aardvarm we already know about.
Of Elemental.
Oh wait, no, hang on, I was wrong. I was
Start your
completely
adventure
wrong.
today
Hang on.
and back our
I
project
didn't even
now.
notice that. Here
How
in
to
the
prepare
hand.
for a new
Belobi. New fire card, it looks like. And then we obviously have the Ambrosia, the Smoltuga, the Soak the Forge, some obvious stuff. Kinleos, Trifernals, blah, blah, blah. We know all this, basically.
new era of Elemental.
This one does not seem to have anything new. Normal Tsunami, normal Rock in a Hard Place, Nectar of the Gods, Eddie, and the Drakking right there in hand. With a Drakid on board, that's not what you really want. You don't want the Drakid in hand. It's unfortunate. Also, a Drakid going up against an Astrabbit. Come on, man. What are you doing? What's that doing for you, man? That's insane. That's absolutely insane. The one thing I am noticing here, though, it might just be tied to your mate. That I'm noticing it. That little icon there on the left, where it's basically it shows, for example, here it's on the top it shows frost and the bottom shows water. That might just be because Eddie's water, so there's that, and Flurmine is frost, so it shows that. If we go back a bit here, water for Eddie, even though you're clearly water for Eddie, even though you're clearly playing a Thunder deck. Yeah, okay, so that's probably how it's working. So it's just is tied to what your mate is. Okay, that makes sense then. That makes sense. We move on though.
Clashes.
That is
Elestrals
all
clash.
we have. That is all we have for the trailer in terms of new cards. There is a little bit more though coming in. There's a little bit more. There's one card I'm not going to talk about, and it should appear right here, I believe.
Stellar.
Yeah, there. Well, I'm not going to read its effect. Ectopossum. The reason why I'm not going to talk about this card is because this card just got revealed as like one of the this is going to be tomorrow's video where I react to this, because this card just got revealed. Again, I'm not reading its effect. I'm looking right there at the camera. I'm looking at you guys. I'm not reading the effect. We're moving on. But we also have a ton of really, really cool cards coming into this. The Kickstarter founder pack. That's really, really cool. We move on a bit. We have the Pandora's box. I think that's actually very, very interesting. This is just basically supply drops, but for cosmetics only. I think that's totally fine. I literally think that's totally fine. And if you guys are curious what tier I actually pledged, I initially pledged this one. I initially pledged for Nobleman 2. However, I decided to change it. I decided to change it, and the reason I decided to change it is because I saw that if I went one tier higher, I got free shipping. So I changed it to the $500 tier. Obviously, I'm not doing it just for the free shipping. I get now this would have given me 3 Daybreak booster boxes, and now if I'm here. Not only do I get more Pandora's boxes, I get more booster boxes. I get some full art card upgrades. And I get a metal. I get the metal gold Ash Rabbit, Stellar Ash Rabbit. So I really want that gold Ash Rabbit. I'll be honest. So that's one of the main reasons as well. I went up here to the $4.99 tier. But this is the tier that I ended up pledging myself. I highly doubt I'm going to go higher than that. If I do, then. If I do go higher than that, assume that I sold my Stellar Leonite. Okay, assume I did that. I do want to talk about some of these cards, though. Again, not reading the Ectoplasm. These were the first 10 cards that were revealed to be in that pack. I'm really excited mostly for Nemi Sale, and I'm not seeing it on here. But there's also because it wasn't of the first 10. Stellar Catarrant was also one of them. So I'm really excited for both of those. I also want to mention Don't Poke the Bear Stellar. That is one of the coolest freaking Stellars I've seen in my entire life. Oh my god, Don't Poke the Bear looks some crazy. I also really like the Full Art First Light. I'm kind of iffy on whether or not I prefer it over the base First Light, but that is a really cool art. I think I really like just having the back shot of the Celestlio, of the Nebulio. I think that's really, really cool. So there's a little bit more. I will eventually go to the actual Kickstarter page for you guys. The rest of this is just basically talking about the actual Kickstarter. However, there is a little bit here. So I'm not certain. I am not certain exactly if this is real. Blistrix here is an actual card. And we can kind of read its effect. In fact, actually, let me quickly back up the video a little bit. See if we can get even more to it. As it, like, pans in. No. Okay. So, Blistrix is going to be an actual card. I saw this card in a I don't remember where. It may have been in this video. I'm just not remembering it. This card was in a prototype version of the game, and they scrapped it until now. We can't really see what it says, but it does say when this Blistrix is sent from your deck, something, something, something. The reason why I am talking about this is because if you missed it, I talked about this card in a video titled "This is crazy for I can't remember what I called it. But look for the thumbnail that has Blistrix on it. It's not like only Blistrix. There's a little bit more to it than just the Blistrix. It's the creator box. Look for the thumbnail that has the creator box on it when I'm talking about this card. This card had an effect that was blurred out initially. I read it because I was able to get some words, and I thought I was able to read the first effect correctly. It seems like maybe I am. I thought the first effect said, when this Blistrix is sent from your deck to the underworld, you can special ascend it to a specific Elestral on your board. That, to me, is very interesting because if this is the case, there could be archetypal decks coming where, like, currently there's basically only one way to build each element. You basically put all the same cards of that element into the deck and then put, like, whatever boss Celestial you're going for. For example, if you're playing a deck that focuses, if you're playing, like, for example, Frost Nexus. If you're playing Frost Nexus, you throw in all the good Frost cards, and then you throw in Shiver and Frigid Cup. If you're playing Rhinosect, you throw in all the good Frost cards, and you throw in Rhinymph and Rhinosect. That's basically how it works. So, Blistrix is a way for Frost Mill to be a thing, which is different because it's not only playing the entire Blistrix line, it's also playing probably Morolith. It's playing Avalanche, cards I have almost never seen play in Frost ever. Now, I say Moralith and hasn't seen play, even though it just topped. That's the exception, all right? I think this card has a lot of potential. We still don't really know what it does, but I think it's really, really interesting that we're getting some more archetypal-esque support in the game. So I think that's really, really good. Let's move on a little bit now. Let me turn the playback speed back up. I think that is basically all there was. I'll quickly scroll through and see if there's anything else I'm really interested in. This is cool. This is really cool. This is for a specific tier, though. I think you have to pledge like $1,000 or something to get this. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. It is cool, though. It is very, very cool. It also has a different effect than normal Navi. When you cast it, you search for the A-Drive Divine and add it to your hand. You can Nexus a Lunar, and a card that receives Lunar this way is unaffected by counter runes until the next turn. That's crazy. It's also a 5-drop. It's a 5. Unbelievable. Stellar A-Drive. Wait, where is it? No, wait, where is it? Where's Stellar A-Drive? Give me the Stellar A-Drive. Give me the Stellar A. Give me. I swear. There it is. Stellar A-Drive. There you go. It's cool. It's very, very cool, I will say. We move on. I think that is basically it. There's some more tiers and all that. You get to create an Elestral. That's create a card, an Elestral to create a Divine. Very, very cool. We're going to quickly check out the Kickstarter so I can show you guys a little bit more. But that is basically it for this video. So we'll just quickly go to the Kickstarter. So here we are on the Kickstarter page. As you can clearly see, we've already hit the goal. We're 1 day in. We have 20 days left to go. We've already hit the goal of $250,000. Crazy stuff, guys. We're insane. We're insane. We're absolutely insane. We'll scroll down. So this is basically all the same stuff that we kind of been seeing. We see the desktop version. We see the mobile version. It just basically seems like it's all the same stuff as we saw in the trailer. Nothing too crazy. We move on. We see obviously the Astrab. We see the I've already forgotten his name. Armadon is his name. Some stuff. An onboard tutorial. So you do get a tutorial, which is really, really cool. A bunch of cool stuff. Free to play. All that fun stuff. Why back now? You get a couple of really, really cool things. Exclusive Stellars. We'll talk about that in a second. All the tiers that you can pledge. Some cool stuff. Manure pre-release ride, whatever. And this is why I'm not doing it. That card was going to be revealed right now. So I'm going to finish this video and I'm going to immediately go react to those. That video will be up tomorrow. So let you guys know. And this is the reason why I wanted to come here. Stretch goals. So we hit 100K, so we got some more revealed. 150, 200, 250. They're all here. And then we have a bunch of stuff. If we hit 300K, we get hardcore rank mode, which is a best of 3. I think that's going to be really, really cool. If we scroll down, we have a little bit more, though. And the reason why I'm scrolling down a little bit more is because I believe... Yeah, we got a bunch of this. Is there? Yeah, right here. So this is exactly what we're looking for. So the stuff that it's going to be in the Founders promo pack that you get if you pledge high enough is all of this stuff here. So we had some of this already revealed to us. However, if we scroll down a little bit more, Ampup, Catarant, Eruption, Brontowisp, Narpoon, Earthquake, Fourth Stellar, Ruminous, which is one of the freaking coolest cards I've seen, man. Falocane, oh my god, it's a dream come true. Tsunami, Barabog, Galvenom, Ursaden, and there's 2 more cards that we have yet to get revealed to us. I think this is really cool. I think this is crazy. Guys, go pledge. Go pledge. If you can, absolutely go pledge because this is crazy. Dude, this is actually unbelievable. There's so much stuff here. It's actually crazy. Exactly how this game is going to be absolutely amazing when it comes out. It looks so good right now. I'm so excited for it. Guys, that's good for this video. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, make sure to slap the like button and subscribe for more. Hope to see all you guys in the next video. Goodbye.